have such incredible speakers here for you.
Dr. Shelley Sykes, she's a British-born Australian working in the USA on a series of TV shows that she wrote and directed, which are being distributed by Warner Brothers Entertainment. Shelley is also, get this, a 5-time award-winning author and sought-after inspirational speaker. She's a serial entrepreneur and mama to a special needs son, and she founded the Happy Charity and Global Happiness Day. Now she's written 24 books and directed 5 TV show series and is currently working on several being distributed, like we said, Warner Brothers Entertainment. And she does animation voices for Disney and Pixar. Also, she played at the Winter Olympics. So Shelley Sykes is a powerhouse of energy, optimism, joy, and happiness. Let's give her a joyous round of applause for Dr. Shelley Sykes.
She's matching. Is that beautiful? And look at those gorgeous shoes. Well, I've got a few more pairs there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's start getting psyched and changing our vibration. Because one of the most important things about being happy is that you actually have a much higher energy. Happy people never get sick. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a mantra out there. I want you to put your hand on your heart and say I, and then say your name, don't say mine. I, Shelley Sykes, have decided to spread the happiness bug by following my own bliss and purpose and to inspire others, all those people I touch, so that they can spread the happiness bug to others too. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You're now happiness ambassadors. Everybody here has a problem. Every single person. Whether it's money, whether it's health, whether you haven't got the job that you really would like, but you feel inspired, but you're almost fearful of going for it. We all as humans have that same issue. And so what I would like to do today is inspire you all that these things can actually manifest. I was born on my mother's birthday on July the 29th. And I came from a normal home. My grandma, she was a haute couturist, that's the outfits. And I had a dream to be a doctor. Everybody said I wasn't clever enough, I should be doing this, that and the other, and I was just normal. There's nothing normal about any one of us. So the good news is, I did get to grammar school. I did physics, chemistry, biology, maths. And then I was invited to do IT at a travel company. What a big difference that was. So the travel company was in Sun in the UK. Je parle français, je parle Deutsch, I was the youngest lady there. Everything, every experience can actually be used later on for our jobs or our careers. So I started off thinking I better be a doctor and take the sciences, but really what I really would like to do was dress up, play house, and I like to disco dance. I won the South African Disco Championship before that and got into television and film. I had a beautiful, beautiful boy who was born blind, and the doctor said he would never see or walk. And so it was a lot of trauma, a lot of change, but because of all that, I became the happiness guru. So I ended up moving to Australia. I lost $8 million. Can you imagine that? Working very, very hard, 5 salons, lots of money with IBM, lots of money in the travel industry, and then suddenly you find out that when you move to a different country with a disabled child, you've invested in the wrong company and they go bust 6 weeks after arriving in the country. Ooh, right? Was I still happy that day? Actually, I was. I was driving a Porsche convertible, the parrots were flying over the top of my head, I had a lot of clothes, and I thought, well, I'm living in a sunny country. And I actually had organized for 6 charities to meet at the top of the ABN AMRO building that looks out at the Opera House, so I couldn't cancel. So I brought 6 charities together, and every time they mentioned money, I went, And at the end of the presentation, they said, what are you doing that for? I said, oh, it's all right. They said, no, Shelley, why do you keep doing that when we mention money? And I said, well, I've just lost $8 million. And then everybody else in the room went, oh, right? The nice thing is, I always know that something magical is going to happen. When the door closes, 5 more open. So I didn't get too depressed, but then I found out my son needed a $54,000 operation, and I went and had my hair coloured, you know, as we ladies do, and they burnt my hair off my head. So in the first 10 weeks of Australia, I'd lost $8 million, my disabled son needed another leg of operation of $54,000, and I lost my hair. And boys with bald heads in here, I know how you feel. When you wake up and the hair's on the pillow, and you have to wear your hair sideways, and then more drops out, and then you have to wonder whether to wear a toupee or a wig, and then you kind of think, well, shall I go crew cut? So, you thought that was the worst thing that happened to me? No, I lost the television job. Channel 7 wanted me as a beauty expert because I had 7 spas. I ended up at 2 o'clock in the morning watching one of those infomercials, and have you all seen that big tall guy going, do you need self-esteem? Yes. Do you need confidence? Yes. Buy my CDs for $200. And there was Tony Robbins. So I wrote to him. I said, Tony, you need to give me a testimonial for my book because I've got no hair on my head. I've just lost $8 million. I've lost my TV job. I don't have money to buy a house, and my son needs $54,000 for a leg operation. I think you would like to give me a testimonial for the book, Callum's Cure. So Tony Robbins people came back and said, thank you for your interest. Tony Robbins does not give testimonials. So I wrote back and said, yes, but Tony Robbins talks to people like you guys, people who are interested in personal development. I said, but I touch all the moms, the dads, the people who don't even know what spirituality is. You need to give me a testimonial. Do you think I got a testimonial from Tony Robbins? Yes, I did. Did I win the Best Book Award for Parenting? Yes. Did I write 5 books without any hair on my head? Sexy, Single and Ready to Mingle? Yes, I wrote that book. The Happiness Bug. Dr. Edward de Bono said to me, Shelley, you are the epitome of happiness. I said, what do you mean? I've got no hair on my head. I can't do a TV job. I've got a son that walks with a limp and needs operations. I said, and everybody thinks I'm weird because I'm always the Pollyanna. And he said, Shelley, you bounce back. You're always psyched up because as you handle one problem, you see it as a positive. He says, you are the happiness guru. I said, oh, guru's old. And he said, no, guru means teacher. And that one comment, that one word of inspiration from Dr. Edward de Bono, the lateral thinking expert, inspired me to carry on being different, for being exceptional, for being unique. What is happiness? Happiness is an attitude. We all want to be happy, but we choose to be happy. Is that right? So nobody can make you happy, it's an attitude. Now, how many people here, raise your hand, would like to make more money? You are looking at a billionairess. Do I have $1 billion in my bank account right now? Not yet. Am I a multi-millionairess right now? Yes. I've lost millions. The first time, it was kind of shocking. The second time, I thought, I'll do it faster. Third time, I thought, never again. Never again. So this is very important. Why? Because I was asked to take 69 kids to San Diego from Australia with Chris Riley. And at that time I had no hair on my head, I'd lost some money, so I did a big fundraiser and I paid for 5 more teachers, and I was one of the keynote speakers, and I was in the audience for 2 days, and most of the 18-year-olds couldn't read or write. And I thought, there's no ways I can come on stage and talk about being the best parent in the world if I have an audience that haven't been parented properly. So my little 9-year-old with calipers on his legs came onto stage and said, "Do you want to meet my mama?" And all the audience said yes. So I borrowed somebody's big sweatshirt and these kind of big pants, you know, that come down here with a crotch. And I came on and I rapped my song. I've done it tough, I've made it good, but none of us are the same. And the rap mama, my gingerbread boy has brought me so much joy, so I made a pact, as a matter of fact, to be the best mommy to my son Callum Rory. Life is never always fair, I'm the rapping mama. Take control and be aware, I'm the rapping mama. And everybody in the audience went, "Oh my God, you should make a record." Do you think I made a record? Or should I say single? Did I make a single? Guess where it aired first? Where did it air? On Australian Idol. Woo! So my first single at 40 aired on Australian Idol for 9 months. So when I actually wrote Sexy Single and Ready to Mingle, do you think I made another single? So 42 and a half, I had Sexy Single and Ready to Mingle.
Get Syked mix. Oh, I want to get revved up. Really?
I defy you to crush this course and not get psyched.
This year. 10. Now I'm not bragging. Life is about having fun, finding your passion and purpose. I could never cook. My mom would be so proud of me because I've got 10 cookbooks coming out. Shelley's sexy salads, Shelley's spicy soups, Shelley's succulent smoothies, Shelley's scrumptious sweets. All of them are naughty but nice, and you don't really need to cook very much. Shelley's seductive sushi. Persistence pays, have faith and hope. Don't go through life like a mindless dope. Trust your gut and intuition. Listen to no one but your own intuition. I am now running 5 TV shows with a small team on a 17-acre estate in Malibu with 7 deers, 7 venados. Why is this happening to me? Because I'm manifesting it. The doctors told me I would never get my son to see him walk. He was born blind when I was in a car accident in Holland, and they said, "Shelley, your baby is severely brain damaged. He's got cerebral palsy." I said, "What's that?" "Brain damage is going to be like a cabbage." But I said, no matter what happens to me, I will make sure I do my best, that my baby has the best life he can possibly have, and I will make sure he can see and walk. My son is now 25. He was born on my birthday and my mama's birthday. Woo! Is that spooky? We're special. You can touch me later. And so magic happens. He's my miracle boy. So we've said happiness is actually fantastic as an attitude. The first thing you have to do, you don't need to know how you're going to do it. Do you think I found this Mount Malibu house looking like that? I'll tell you what was on my list. On my list I said, I want a house with a sea view, with 6 bedrooms, an infinity pool. I would also like it to be the eastern side of Malibu, so you'd have to travel 27 miles to get to Beverly Hills. I want it under $3 million. Is that possible? The real estate said no. 262 houses later, I found a property. It was orange. It was horrible. But I have vision, and because my mama and my papa used to always do renovations, we used to move house every 2 years, I'm the queen of interior design and feng shui. The house actually was offered by one of the celebrity guests for 24 million. So 3 million to 24 million. Oh, I never want to move again. It was such hard work. But it's beautiful. So, again, nothing is impossible. I lived in a hotel for 3 years trying to find this house. And I was working all the time. I did a TV show called Get Syked, Get Away.
Yeah, come on, get psyched. Get psyched. Come on, yeah. Get psyched. Get psyched.
And I did another show called Get Syked for Fame.
Persistence pays. Have hope and faith.
I interview people like Bernardo. We've got our other little celebrity guest in the audience as well. He's coming on our Get Syked for Fame show as well. You've got to come and check him out. He's got the best shoes in town, ladies. And the nice thing is, you go with the flow. Have you heard of people trying too hard and they're pushing all the time and they get upset with themselves? The most important thing is that you go with the flow. You put your goal out there. You say, this is what I want. This is what's going to make me happy. And then you follow your bliss. Every time something bad happened to me, I put on my happy music. Tesla said it's all about vibration. Isn't it? Do you know that my underwear is the same colour as my little outfit? And you've got to dress to impress. If you're a rapper and you want to be a rapper, I don't dress like this as a rapper, I've got to just let you know. But when I'm a rapper, I look like a rapper. And when I am a princess, I wear gowns. And when I am actually talking on a business stage, I actually dress appropriately. Does that make sense? So it's very important to brand yourself. So the most important thing with you is to find out what your passion and purposes are. Write down passion and purpose. If I asked you right now, are you following your passion and purpose? Raise your hand if you can say you are. 50%. 50%. How long do you think this passion and purpose for me to have my own TV show and dance around the world and travel on planes and sing and dance in the supermarkets and wear lots of nice shoes and lots of dresses? How long do you think that plan has been on my list? Guess. Not all my life. I tried to make loads of money in computers, got a bit fed up, learned loads of money, but I was miserable. Tried it in travel, loved travel, but didn't make enough money. Went into beauty because I was a mama of a special needs child and I was told I was good as an actress. So I had Catherine Zeta-Jones come into my spas while I was acting with her, and then all the celebrities would come. And that was fun and I made a lot more money. Why did I make a lot more money? Because I was enjoying it. You only making money the more you give to other people, and the more you love what you're doing, money comes to you. You can't kind of force it and you can't feel bitter about it because that pushes it away from you. Did I feel that I would not make it in Australia on my own with a disabled child with no hair, no money in the bank, just a Porsche and nice clothes? Yes, because I was a billionairess inside. I knew if I had a happy disposition and I just trusted the universe that whatever way it was going to go. I never planned to be an author. Now I've got 95 books in the pipeline. I've got 24 coming out. I mean, it's easy for me. I don't do one book, I do 10. Right? It's just easy for me because I'm always creatively thinking and I love pictures. Right? So when we do a TV show, we do a book. And every time I've got something exciting to share with you, I give it out to the audience because I don't want you to take 50 years to get where I am. I want you to do it like this. You see some young kids and they're already billionaires at 14, right? And you think, how are they doing it? But they don't care what anybody thinks. They're not following rules. They're not listening to school teachers. They are following their bliss. If it's computers and they love it, they make loads of money. If it's fashion, they're cutting up people's clothes and sticking it on and wearing different things, and somebody goes, oh, I'll invest in you. It's just natural, it's weird. It's like flowing down the aisle so that you can actually get what you want. Now, all those people that said they wanted more money, oh my God, I've got to tell you, I've had times when my son and I could not afford food. I had a nice apartment, but I didn't know I could always pay the bills because one year I had 2 leg operations and they actually cost $54,000 each. I had 5 credit cards and I was spreading it over everything. One week we lived off rice and tomato ketchup. And another week we had milk and some cereals, right? And my little boy at Christmas said, Mum, it doesn't matter. I've got all these nice racing cars. I'll put them under the tree. I'm happy. How sweet is that? But do you think that's always the case? No, because money comes and it goes. It depends on your attitude and how much you're giving. When I feel sorry for myself, money disappears. When I'm feeling sad, money disappears. When I'm feeling frustrated, money disappears. Something happens. But when I feel positive and don't focus on the money, but focus on keeping myself happy and absolutely blissed out, I get amazing things. Guess what happened? I took my son to Antarctica. 7 years old, calipers on his legs, youngest kid on the ship. It cost a price of 2 cars. But Rory and I went to Cape Town, Rio, Argentina, Antarctica. He was the only child allowed to cook for the captain with the celebrity chefs on board and go out on their little boat with all the crew. If you ask my Rory what's the best holiday he's ever been on, it's this Antarctica. Do you know how many people said I was a bad mom for sending him to Antarctica with me? 99% of all my friends, family and teachers. Everybody said, you are cruel taking a disabled kid to Antarctica. Don't listen, write that down and trust your intuition and your heart. Do what makes you happy, because if you're happy, your kiddie is happy. Did you hear that, parents? Do what makes you happy. So if you're not happy, then what you need to do is find out what your passion and purpose is. Does everybody here know what their passion and purpose is or not? You do. So the 50% or so that aren't, you really need to find out what did you like when you were a little boy or a little girl that you found easy peasy. Because I can do accounts, I got an MBA at 22, I can do computers, but it's easy for me to write a book, I'm very creative, it's easy for me to make a house into a beautiful place. So what I want you to do is find out what your passion and purpose is and then start taking the first steps. You need a business card. You need a business card, come to see me. We do books and courses and everything that you possibly want, and the TV shows are there to make it easier. Every song I make is uplifting and happy, right? I mean, I'm a blondie with fast cars, a fashionista that chats with the stars, a lover of life, I'm happy and fun, a nature lover, I even like the sun. People stop and stare, go nowhere. People actually are mean. You know, sometimes you have to pull back. When you're feeling tired, go to bed and sleep. When you are absolutely overwhelmed, go to bed and sleep. And wake up, it's a bright new day. Play your happiest music, wear your sexiest underwear, and make sure you wear the nicest dresses. So, one of the things I need you to actually appreciate about you is that there's nobody else like you in life. You do not have to be like everybody else. You can make money selling poop to farmers in Malibu who actually have no soil. Really, you can. We've actually interviewed people who use absolutely horrible like plasticky stuff and they mush it all down, and then they add a few coffee beans in it and they sell it as mulch. And you walk around your garden smelling coffee or chocolate. You can make money doing anything that turns you on, anything that makes you happy. So, we want to stay psyched. So, how do I stay psyched? Following my bliss. Every day, I am grateful. I am grateful every single day, no matter what happens to me in life, because what's happening is, I look out for my master. on 180-degree views. I've got little deers drinking out of my koi pond and sleeping under my window. I have the herons eating the koi fish. I've got the hawks chasing the bunny rabbits with little white tails. I mean, it's just magical. And then I have this sexy crew that come in every day and do my books and my editing and my publishing. And then I get a little knock on the door and I get Pharrell Williams, or I get Charisse Mills, or I get some celebrity knocking on my door and saying, "Hi Shelley, I'm here for my interview." We built a happy pad and a putting green on this mansion. Did I do it on my own? No, I actually got sponsors to create the magic I wanted, and this is my song. This is the house. I was brought up with desire and grace to make a difference to the human race. A happy giver in all types of ways, a bringer of joy to other people's days. I'm just a lady with a heart so big. Yeah, people call me fake for a mean dig. Ooh la la, it's so unfair, especially when people stop and stare. I'm a blondie with black fast cars, a fashionista who chats with the stars, a lover of life. That was Mr. Terminator. My ears. I made him mow the lawn. To all those people that are impolite, stuff you people, fly your own kite. All I want now is an adventurous man to travel the world just because we can. I'm just a lady with a heart so big. Yeah, people call me fake for a mean dig. Ooh la la, it's so unfair, especially when people stop and stare. I'm a blondie with black fast cars, a fashionista. Guess what my number plate is on my car? Syked. Oh, yes, I love America. People stop and stare. They think she's so rude, she's old, she's fat. Why can she be singing? Why can she have her own TV show? Why aren't I doing what she's doing? Let me be me. I'm a blondie with black fast cars, a fashionista who chats with the stars, a lover of life. I'm happy and fun. These girls are from 99-cent store, and also from a realtor. There was that great music video. Woo! Magic happens wherever you are. And I get the good-looking guys, huh? I even like the sun. So no matter what age you are, no matter how much you've got right now, if I can, you can, right? So this song I wrote because I was being victimized, because it took me 3 years. It took me 3 years to actually find the house, move out of the hotel, and then do all this stuff. Now guess what happened next? Every window leaks, right? So bad things happen no matter what's going on. Now what I didn't mention was that I started the Happy Charity. When Rory was born blind, there are so many kids without parents that can help them, are not as creative as me because they've been worn down. I wrote the book Sexy, Single and Ready to Mingle, and it's better to be happy, sexy and single than with the wrong man, trust me. It's better to be happy. But I know it's taken a long time and I haven't met Mr. Right yet, but I know that he's going to be 6'6", dressed impeccably. He'll love me being quirky and chatty and bouncy and colourful. He will not criticize me. He will adore me. He will love my disabled son, Rory. He will love the house. He will love my friends. He will want to empower me. If you meet him, can you give him my telephone number, please? So I already know what I'm going to attract. I don't know how, when or where, But every day I'm working out in my garden on my little leg bike thing, looking at the view. I'm working on my figure because I ate too much when I got here. And I'm still keeping positive and happy, and I still tint my eyebrows and my hair, and I still paint my nails and look good. Doesn't matter how old you are. At 124, do you think I'll still be dancing and singing? Absolutely. So let's go back to you now. My books for you are so beautiful. When you touch them, they feel nice. If I could make them smell nice, that will end up being there. If I can get pink pages for you, I will. If I can give it bigger so there's a bit better pictures, my attention to give you as much of my information as possible is what my gift is to you. So the most important thing is finding out how you can give. Stand up, let's get the Get Syked beat going, because vibration changes your state. And then I want you to switch cards with people next to you, because you don't know if you're sitting next to a billionaire, millionaire, or your next partner. Come on guys, let's do the dance. Come on, if you're gonna be happy and psyched, you need to come on home, guys, come on. If you wanna make it in television, I do have a sound studio. If you've got R&B, hip-hop music, talk to me. And manifest now, before you sit down, say I am going to achieve, and say in your head what it is you want the most. Give yourselves a round of applause. We'll have 2 more minutes. Happiness is an attitude. Nobody else is going to make you happy. Not the man, not the child, not the house. If I was a miserable person, no matter how nice I make that house, I'll be sad. But you know what? When I had no windows for 24 weeks and I had bobcats walking in and gale force winds, I was still joyful because I couldn't believe the magic of the place. So every day be grateful that you've got what you've got. Like you've got beautiful long hair and beautiful skin. And you've got a nice handbag to fit all those leaflets in. And a lovely cheeky smile with dimples. And Mr. Big over there with his nice white shirt, he's got a really fast typing skills like me with 1 finger. And then you've got the people over here, look at you, Mr. Naughty. He's Mr. Naughty because he grins really naughtily. So you've all got different characters and qualities. Write down your strengths. I know every strength I've got. I am energetic. I am a beautiful person inside and out. I love colour and clothes, so I wear colour and clothes. So write down what makes you happy, sexy, fun, fabulous, and we're going to say successful, because when you do all those things first, living in gratitude, and you're happy, fun, sexy, wealth comes to you. And magic happens. It's like the universe starts having synchronicity. Thank you for being a wonderful audience, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you.
Who's psyched after this wonderful presentation? Who's psyched? Yes, fantastic. Wow, what a wonderful example you
I'm
are.
happy she's color coordinated.
I know, right?
But you see this very slender lady? That's me in a few weeks' time.
She's gonna get her new husband, and she's gonna get all sorts of good things. Give her another round of applause, everybody. Wonderful, Dr. Shelley Sykes. Lovely getting us psyched, getting all the more anchored into your vision, seeing what's possible. We love